Hello, Teacher Christy back again with more tips of the day. Tip of the day, probably the most common question that you're going to see on Fresh Desk is low bookings. Oh, it's insanely frustrating. I have low bookings, and you get excited, you get all ready to go, got everything going, you want to start this new job, and all of a sudden you have low bookings. First of all, I'll tell you about how bookings are done when you're new. The first couple weeks, you will get some assistance from the scheduling team. They will help you out. The trial team, you're going to get some people helping fill those classes, usually. And this gives you this, sense of, I'm going to get these classes, I'm going to take off. And then you have this drop off that happens usually about week 3. You're like, oh my goodness, what happened? I don't have any bookings. They're all gone. Well, that may simply be because the firemen are no longer giving you priority on those classes. Also, it's how it's ranked. So in how teachers are listed to parents, 1 week the newest teachers will be listed at the very top, and then it will flip, and the oldest teachers will be listed at the very top. So obviously those in-between weeks, when you're brand new, you're listed at the very, very top. You're going to have an advantage to getting those bookings. It's just how it goes. And so you when you first start, we'll probably see a lot of bookings 1 week, less bookings the next week, a lot of bookings the week after. So you really want to be prepared for that. It's going to go up and down for the first several weeks. If you still have low bookings and you don't think it's due to that, there's a couple things that you should be doing. The first thing you should do is check your profile. Make sure your profile is active. Make sure it lists what you're certified to teach. If it doesn't list in that box, I am certified to teach, master's classes, trial classes, whatever, that means that you're not able to be booked by parents. Something happened with your profile, something happened with your teaching. For whatever reason, your account is frozen, you need to send a Fresh Desk ticket. I may do that anyway. If it was me, I'm going to send a Fresh Desk ticket and say, hey, what's going on? What's happening with my ratings? Am I able to be booked? The second thing that you want to do is check your Apple ratings. Parents do see those Apple ratings. They take them into account when they book teachers. Have you had a poor rating lately? Has your score dropped? If your score has dropped, you're going to experience a slowdown in tickets, and that's okay. You'll be okay. It'll speed back up. You'll see that drop for a couple weeks, and then you'll be able to pick back up. Nothing's unrecoverable. If you can get that score invalidated, do. So I would fight that with Fresh Desk. If there's something that you can work with on them to get that score invalidated, get your Apple score back up, that will help. It may also be a Chinese holiday. There are many Chinese holidays. In addition to holidays, there are random times that we may not know on any given day. Coming up, we're probably going to have student exams. Well, you don't necessarily have some warning about that. So all of a sudden now your books drop off and you're not knowing why. You'll see a lot of cancellations in this case. So Chinese New Year, Labor Day was the one that kind of took us by surprise. What you'll often see is parents will book your classes. It'll be a normal week, and then they'll cancel them all. And that's really upsetting. We're like, what did we do? Is it something we did? Something that happened? No, they'll book those classes and then go, oh no, it's Labor Day, and cancel them. And that happens to all of us. Don't stress out about it. The first thing that I do when I get worried when that happens, I go on Fresh Desk and say, hey, is there a holiday? Is something going on with school? 9 times out of 10, there's something going on that can explain that change in scheduling. So make sure, just so you don't freak out. The last thing I would do is check my bio. That's how parents decide if they're going to hire your bio, your bio, your bio, your bio. So if I harp on feedback for retaining students, I'm going to harp on bio for getting them. You need to have a stellar bio. I've helped a lot of teachers with their bios, and quite honestly, the average bio isn't geared towards the Chinese market or what our parents are looking for. So minor tweaks make all the difference. You really want to research what our Chinese parents are looking for and adapt your bio to be the kind of teacher that they want for their child. And it's minor changes that really help connect with teachers. My experience is Chinese parents aren't so much interested in the touchy-feelies that American teachers like to give them. They want to know why you're the best, why they should be with you, what your experience is. And go ahead and throw those bios up. See if you can get somebody to look through them. It might be worth the $20 to have a professional writer work with you on writing a good bio, because that really is going to make all the difference on your booking questions. If you still continue to have low bookings, there are a lot of posts on the forums about it. You might be worth a Fresh Desk ticket, or just put down below. I mean, if you checked all these things and you don't know why, maybe we can help problem solve for you. In any case, my advice to you is to just relax. It's incredibly hard to do. You're 6 weeks in, you put in all this money. Maybe you don't have any job opportunities. Maybe you need the money. It's really tough for me to say, hey, just hang in there, but hang in there. This is part of what happens to a lot of teachers, and it's a process that we just go through as we build up our clientele, we build up our reputation, we build up our experience. Okay, bye for now.